How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Great Ace Attorney Resolve Blind. So, last time, we dragged all three of our witnesses to the stand, being Drebber, Dr. Scythe, and Madame Tuspels. And I'm pretty sure we're on the tail end of this case, so it'll probably be wrapped up either this episode or the next episode. So, let's figure out the truth behind everything. Alright, only too happy to oblige, she says. Yeah, right. I can't believe he's still not going to concede the point. What I in fact witnessed was a fellow grave robber at work.
Hold it! No, you didn't.
Fellow grave robber? What are you talking about? Well, I wasn't the only one busy in the cemetery that night, you know. Other body snatchers were at work. Of course, when I saw one emerging from the hole he dug, my heart very nearly stopped. So that's the terrifying sight I actually saw, you see. You're claiming it was just another student on equally as salubrious business as yourself. Many of the medical students would wear metal masks to protect them from bacteria during dissections. Clearly the fellow was using such a mask to protect his anonymity, wouldn't you say?
Objection!
No. But there's more to the story, isn't there? The article goes on to say, in the next second, a gunshot rang out suddenly from behind. The bullet pierced the resurrected man's chest, whose breath was then stilled once more. You might assume that the sexton discovered the mysteries of floor traps and fired upon one of them. If a gravedigger had shot someone in the cemetery, I think it might have been rather big news, my lord. Oh, yes, well, fuck you. I can only assume it was an embellishment bolted on later by the reporter. Oh, Madame Tuspels.
Hey. Excuse me!
Excuse me. Hey, what do you gotta say? Madame Tuspels. Don't take it out on Mr. Sholmes. Actually, go ahead.
Go to town.
Oh la la, pardon.
Yeah, pardon.
I was lost in my thoughts of murder.
Would it be fair to say that Mr. Trevor's last remark, I'm eating, was significant to you in some way?
No?
I thought it was a little strange, that is all. How Monsieur Drebber could claim this now.
Oh shit.
You don't mind me saying, madam.
What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
You know what I am talking about, you stupid bitch.
Alright.
Well,
What?
when I met you 10 years ago at your university dormitory, you recounted to me about your adventures in the cemetery, no? Including the gunshot.
Stop.
Oh shit. Oh shit!
You might want to watch your tongue, you know.
Objection!
How about you shut your face?
He's like, you watch your tongue.
Have a care,
I'm the
Trevor.
alpha.
That's no way to speak to a lady. Even though I speak like an asshole to Susato all the time. But
I know, I
alright.
literally was gonna say, what the fuck?
Please, Madame Tuspels, carry on. My wayward son.
It's a good song.
Of course. According to what Monsieur Drebber told me at the time, he did hear a gunshot from behind him and the bullet hit the condemned man.
I said nothing of the sort.
You are a bitch. No, you are very explicit about the details. About the mask that the figure was wearing. And the blood that splattered over you when he was shot.
Oh shit! She's like trying to get him in trouble.
She's like, wow, so we're just lying now?
Yeah, so we're just like,
Enough! Shut up, woman! You're making all of this up!
And you are making
okay.
me want to commit a crime.
That will do. Mr. Drebber.
what is it, poopy butthole?
You refute the account just given by Madame Tuspels. I have no recollection of ever saying those things. Come on, do you really expect us to believe you? Control yourself, counsel. I will not permit baseless accusations in my courtroom. Right.
I'll base this accusation
who
off
still-
your fucking skull.
Who still believes this guy? Under the circumstances, I think it best that you supplement your testimony with a
Free
statement
him.
to clarify your position on this witness. V. Very well.
V. Cosmo,
Alright.
you wanna say something?
Yeah, what the There was no gunshot from behind me at all, nor any splattering blood. Well, I don't know about that, pal. You probably have something.
Prayer.
No. I'm still waiting for that signature to come up. The fact that Osmond was the one who did the photo or drawing.
Hold it!
Yeah, Madame Tuspells has testified that you told her about both of those details. Not true. I said nothing of the sort. 10 years have passed. Without material evidence to the contrary, you have no grounds on which to question the witness's word. Ugh. Tell me, Madame Tuspells, are you a liar?
Oui?
What exactly did Mr. Drebber say about the blood that apparently spattered on him?
He said it was salty.
Oh,
Alors, this is what he told me. All of a sudden, he heard a very loud gunshot from behind his back. The bullet hit the figure who was emerging from the tomb in the middle of the chest, in his heart.
one dreadful sight after another.
And since Monsieur Drebber was at the time facing towards the condemned man, the blood sprayed from the wound and spattered onto his body. That is what he told me.
So, not an experience you would ever forget, is it? Precisely, and I didn't forget it, because, as I've already said,
I didn't do it.
it never happened in the first place. He's clearly lying. If only I had some evidence to prove it.
We can't let him win, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, I thought he was a winner.
No, he's a loser. So we mustn't overlook a single detail, no matter how small.
You got it, Toots. Alright,
What?
soon afterwards, I was with that young woman. Gave up my dream to become a scientist. Alright, so this clearly has to be the statement. Let's see, what does the other part of the article mention?
Gunshot rang out suddenly from behind. The bullet pierced the resurrected man's chest.
Doesn't mention anything about blood.
But I mean, no one's gonna get shot in the chest and not leak any blood.
Well, I guess we could try this. If that doesn't work, then
Objection!
fuck. It's odd, isn't it? No. Oh.
You're odd.
Alright, so it's not that. And I can't, like, examine anything. I mean... I guess the question is this photo, or this drawing, if this drawing is from after he was shot, then that would give reason to think that the person who drew it maybe just didn't draw the blood,
Oh, that is true.
because it's the same signature. But I mean, I don't really know how I would connect it to that statement.
Is there blood on this?
No. I'm pretty sure I looked at this already. Yeah. That's what a terrible way to treat him. I mean, I still don't even know what this is for. Like, why we even
I don't
have
either.
this. Any blood on this, maybe?
We just keep picking everything up and looking to see if it has blood on it.
Because, I mean, if he had the camera with him, and the blood like splattered onto it. Oh, there we go. Okay.
What a wonderful machine!
I only examined the back of that last time. You really love contraptions like this, don't you?
Oh yes, anything mechanical I find absolutely irresistible.
Almost irresistible, surely?
Well, whenever I see a pocket watch, for example, I can't help myself. I simply have to take it apart.
That's worrying.
Yes, Father tells me by the rumblings.
What the fuck?
Tells the time by the rumblings of his stomach now. He's given up on having a watch.
Professor Mikatoba.
Look, Mr. Naruhodo.
What is it?
Blood! On the bellows just there seem to be some very dark red stains.
Yes, you're right. Looks like blood, actually.
Blood? Oh my.
I'm sure it's not what you're thinking. There we go. Okay. Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, what an idiot. Hey, idiots,
Mr.
look at his
Trevor.
blood.
Do you remember this camera? Huh? Do you?
But that is the camera from that fateful night.
Yes, we borrowed it from the House of Horrors. It's the camera that you took with you to the cemetery that night, Mr. Trevor. I don't know what a camera is. And is that supposed to be significant? This kind of camera is rarely seen in our homeland, so my colleague and I were keen to examine it closely in stealing it. You've noticed that the lens extends forward on the end of the bellows. Like this.
Hold it!
I don't think I've ever heard him say hold it.
No, I don't think so either.
What's that? There, just on the bellows. It looks like a dark red stain. What could it possibly mean? What does a dark red stain mean?
Wine.
Oh wait, I forgot, this is a Danganronpa, so we know it's blood. That's right, it's a rather conspicuous mark here on the bellows, in fact. Good lord, are you suggesting? Yes, my lord. It would appear to be a spatter of blood.
Something that could be confirmed with a simple chemical test. Isn't that right, Dr. Scythe?
Yeah, I get fucked. It would be difficult to determine if it was human blood and not the blood of some animal. But yes, to test whether or not it's blood at all is simple enough.
I propose that Madame Tuspel's testimony was correct, and that on the night in question 10 years ago, you were spattered with blood from the gunshot wound. Well, And that furthermore, you really did witness the condemned professor emerging from his tomb. I'm malfunctioning. There's simply no way you could have forgotten such a traumatic experience. In other words, the only explanation is that you're trying to hide the fact that you saw the professor that night.
Objection!
What?
No.
But why? Why would he want to do that?
I don't know, ask him.
Well, not for his own gain, it would seem. For whose, then? Who could benefit? Mr. Trevor is obviously lying in order to protect somebody. My goodness, he's shielding someone.
I bet it's Dr. Scythe.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, my lord, and clearly. It's someone who doesn't want the truth about the professor's coming back to life to be exposed. Well, Counsel, who is it then? Because I remember, I think
it's
in the previous
definitely
part,
Dr. Scythe.
Yeah, in the previous part, we were trying to say we need to kind of break whatever deal they have.
Yeah, and
basically force
also,
him to turn on her.
I'm just thinking about the fact that, like, she's got so much weird fucking shit in her laboratory, and her fucking daughter is obsessed with death.
not to mention, she literally forged the autopsy thing.
Yeah.
Where she claimed that he was hanged to death, which was not true.
Yeah, so clearly you're going to fucking jail.
Who was his witness trying to protect by lying about what he saw that night?
Dr. Scythe.
Oh, yes, man.
Cosmo.
Nah, we all knew it was him all along.
Yeah, the fucking bohemian boy. I knew it. You smelled of crime.
The obvious answer is Dr. Scythe. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Scythe.
Yeah, you rhyming son of a bitch.
Whatever do you mean? Oh my
it's
god.
definitely not me, I'm too hot.
Imagine if the convict who'd been sentenced to death was not in fact killed. Imagine if that was to come to light.
Yeah, what the? You're a freak, bitch. What are you insinuating? That you're weird?
And imagine if the convict in question was the country's most hated mass murderer. If it was the
Gaff.
professor. But why, though?
That's what
That
I'm
would be
trying
an
to figure
unprecedented
out.
scandal. Yeah, why
Like,
would they
did
want
she
him to
just
live?
decide one day that she was so successful that she was bored and just wanted to become a fucking serial killer? Like, I'm so confused.
This is beyond a joke. Need I point out that the dead cannot come back to life?
That's what you think. Cosima's right there.
What you're suggesting would mean that the execution never actually happened. Yeah, that's what we've been driving at this whole time.
It's almost like you can forge a document. Use your big brain there, Onesieks.
Yeah, come on, buddy. Yes, that's exactly what it would mean.
Objection!
Okay.
Okay, we made him mad.
Once a man is sent to the gallows, he hangs. No one would escape. Not in Great Britain.
Objection!
Really, really bragging about your country there.
But the fact is, there was a witness to the fact that the man did escape his hanging. If that were really true, counsel, the implications of misconduct would not stop at the supervising coroner. It would taint the honor of the entire judiciary from the ground up.
Yeah, you're right. That's why it's so bad,
Yeah, I just need to know why she would fake it. Unless
right? And she looks
strong-armed into
pissed.
it.
Maybe. Oh, shit.
And it's exactly because of those monumental repercussions that Dr. Scythe would consent to any demand made of her by someone who threatened to expose the secret. Even if that
Strongheart?
meant being complicit in a crime. Yeah, Strongheart definitely has something to do with all this.
But I'm like, maybe that's who threatened her.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that Dr. Scythe wasn't collaborating in Mr. Trevor's wicked scheme. She was coerced into collaborating in order to protect her decade-old secret.
Holy fuck.
She switched the dead body of Mr. Osmond with the waxwork model and fabricated the autopsy report.
Ah! Whoa, put your
Wow.
leg down.
We finally got a leg slam. Lord Von Zeeks? Pray forgive my freshly filled hallowed chalice, and a whole raft of other discourtesies now.
Yeah, like your whole leg.
Goodness me, put that away.
I know, put the dogs away.
It's just the sort of tall tale Londoners will enjoy, I grant you. An executed killer rising from the dead, a Scotland Yard cover-up, a conspiracy at the highest levels. So let me ask you one thing. What's that?
Why are you dumb?
If the condemned man really did emerge from his tomb that night, only to be shot in the chest, who pulled the trigger? Out and disposed of it forever?
Me.
Well, I have no idea at the moment.
We have too little information to work that out at the present, I think.
I couldn't agree more. The Old Bailey is no place for wild fantasies. Ugh. And have you considered this, my Lord Nibonese friend? Consider what? Do you realize what a dangerous endeavor it would be to coerce this woman into such criminal activity?
Yeah.
It's tantamount to declaring war on the entire British police force and judiciary. Quite hard to imagine any sum of money being offered for research could warrant it.
Can you shut the hell up? No one asked you. To rely on some staged deception when so much is at stake would be madness.
Well, I suppose. And this was no petty crime either. The victim was murdered. A man who'd already invested money in the venture and would be instrumental in future profits too. Yes, I had no reason to kill Mr. Osmond at all. Or are you forgetting that his death results in me receiving not a single penny? The court is already aware of the contract between myself and the victim, no? There is the contract, that's very true. This is probably where the signature is going to come in.
Yeah.
The motive for this case runs deep, though. I can feel it. In my balls.
Using threats to force the head of the forensic investigation team to cooperate is extreme,
Yeah, the FIT, the FIT.
Fit.
especially for a government grant he had no guarantee of receiving in the first place.
If the research grant was the aim, taking Mr. Osmond's life would have made no sense anyway. Which means, Mr. Trevor's motive wasn't money at all. He was just trying to kill Mr. Osmond. But why? What was his motive then? Probably for his silence.
Probably just he didn't like him.
Your time is up, my learned friend. I'd say you have one last chance before the jury lose their patience with this charade.
It's so funny because we're winning, dumbass.
Yeah, we're winning. Let's see if you could back up your headed proposal, shall we? Like, how can people... That's so funny
Every
how he
time
leans back.
Cosmo, yeah, like just leans back.
But also, like, who is still thinking, yeah, it was all harebrained, guys? When all
Right?
the suspicions on these other witnesses.
I know. And I just still think it's so funny that Von Zix is like, yeah, you have one last chance. And I'm like, dude, we've gotten this far because you've been wrong.
Yeah. How do you explain why this engineer would throw all caution to the wind and threaten his own country?
Like this.
At this point, I am not prepared to listen to more of this outlandish conjecture without proof.
We have all of it.
So, counsel, present your evidence. Alright. Who exactly was Mr. Osmond de Drubber? There's a connection there that no one's
friend.
seen yet.
A partner.
A lover. And I'm gonna have to present 2 pieces of evidence to show what it is.
Oh, I don't know.
All
what the
right,
second
well,
one
yeah,
would be.
I know exactly what those 2 pieces
Oh,
are.
it's the newspaper and then the letter, right?
Yeah, the contract. We need to compare their signatures. Yes, my lord. The evidence that establishes a motive and explains why the witness wanted the victim dead is right here. Watch them both be wrong.
And we're so
But yeah,
confident
like,
too.
here's a signature there, and then
It's
on
the
this same
exact
document,
same.
it's right there. So I think we'll do here first.
Take that!
Yeah, get cucked.
It's this newspaper article, my lord. That was written 10 years ago, and every detail has been examined already. What could it possibly tell us? Do you have the brain the size of a walnut? That dribble should never have been written. It's typical gutter press nonsense that means nothing. You better calm down, pal. Yes, on its own, it isn't particularly significant. However, when considered alongside another piece of evidence, it will completely explain your motive for wanting Mr. Osmond dead. What other evidence? Counsel, you will present your supplementary evidence without delay. The evidence, which, when cross-referenced with the newspaper articles, establishes a motive for the deed.
Take that!
It's this contract, my lord. Mr. Drubber, this is the contract you signed with Mr. Osmond. Yes, that's right. The very document, in fact. That proves I had no reason to kill the man. No, I'm afraid not.
Shows that you were really close.
There's something very significant that this newspaper article and the contract have in common. Really. And it's that common link that shows very clearly why you were determined to kill Mr. Odious Man. It seems the defense has uncovered something the rest of us have missed.
Yeah, he's freaking smelly.
So, my lord friend, point out what these 2 pieces of evidence have in common. Where exactly is the link between this newspaper article and the contract? If you use your eyes,
Take that!
what these 2 pieces of evidence have in common is a signature. A signature? The signature on the illustration that accompanies the 10-year-old article and the signature on the contract belong to the same person. What? Ugh. As the court has heard, this illustration was drawn 10 years ago by the newspaper reporter who found Mr. Drubber and interviewed him about his ordeal. If you look closely, the reporter's signature can be seen in the bottom right corner of the drawing. Oh shit.
I'm cooked.
And if you look at the contract here, which was signed between the witness and the victim last year, you can clearly see Mr. Osmond's signature at the bottom, you raging idiot. Let me see that. Good lord, yes, he is a moron. They're identical. In short, the journalist who drew the illustration and wrote the article published about Mr. Drubber 10 years ago was the victim in this case, Mr. Odious Man.
Rog.
Oh, he fell. He actually fell instead of disappearing.
That's funny.
But explain to the court why.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
Why would that constitute a motive for the witness to murder? It's because he's a witness to the... Never mind. Well, if you think back,
Don't waste your breath on him.
you'll remember that Mr. Drubber talked about that article in his testimony. Grave robbing, you say?
I love when we do flashbacks to like fucking 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Exhuming fresh corpses to sell is reasonably lucrative. Yeah, that's beyond the pale. What the fuck? You
That's
invite
also
divine
kind of
retribution,
fucked up
sir.
that you
We're all
would
gonna
even
get
say
smited.
that.
Yes, well, I think I suffered retribution enough.
Yeah, that's what a cocky shit would say.
The Daily Circus eventually unearthed my name and put it in print.
What the
Caused me a
fuck?
great many headaches. In the end, I had to leave the university.
That voice is actually really good.
That was the only paper with the bad grades to identify me unambiguously, I might add.
I just don't like the fact that I can picture every mouth movement you're making.
I was making it as exaggerated as I could.
Listen here, you motherfucker.
And I gave up on my dream of becoming a scientist, and it was all because of that newspaper article.
What? I kind of fuck with that. Listen here,
Damn
you
it.
stupid fucking bitch. I don't know if I could even do that. How do you do that?
At the time, you were a student of the University of London who dreamt of becoming a scientist.
How are you moving your face in that freaking pattern?
The single newspaper article changed your entire life.
Or did it? Look at me when I'm talking to you.
So Mr. Osmond used to be a newspaper journalist, did he?
No.
Shitty origins.
Short.
He did, my lord.
What? Shortens?
In fact, it's a widely held belief that Osmond managed to position himself at the heart of his criminal network, thanks to the many dubious connections he made during his time as a reporter.
I'm going to need you to show.
So you had to give up on your dream and leave university. You lost everything. Eventually, you found yourself working in the field of science, but only in the shadows. And all that because of that article. I added that twice, but it was written by the man.
The man.
Enough.
Whoa. Scary. Scared. Okay, yeah, let me just fucking do the worm real quick.
Stop this endless dribble about my life and neck yourself.
Wow!
What? Hey, you can't say that to me.
You literally can't say that. I can say that to him, but not you.
Well, okay, pump the fucking brakes, Buster, because we... Explain
name
yourself,
is
Mr. Drummer.
Susato.
Council, knock it off. Yes, it's true. I had to leave the university as a result of that article. But it was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
I love camels.
What do you mean? Camels are cool. Look at the humps. Almost every student of science in the faculty was too poor to actually conduct any research. But they struggled on with their hypotheses anyway. We all did. Only to have them taken by vultures. Sooner or later, you knew your ideas would be stolen and patented by some wretch or other after all. Good gracious, that's fucked.
Good gracious.
Making a name for yourself as a scientist in a climate like that was a miracle only a select few geniuses could ever hope to achieve. Personally, I wasn't one of those geniuses, so it was hardly a wrench.
Well, at least you're humble. Oh.
Being forced out of the university because of a low gate was the best thing that could have happened to me.
Objection!
Mr. Drebber, calm down, man. Do you genuinely believe that? Of course I do. Who's better placed to know than whether or not I possess a talent for science than me?
You're like kind of popping off with this breakdown.
I'm sorry to say that your words don't ring true at all. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing this voice now.
Yeah, like I mean,
I
I'm like,
had fun
ooh.
earlier, but like, you know. I don't
But
know.
now he's like angry.
Yeah. How dare you? And I
dare
have
you?
evidence to prove it.
Don't talk to me.
Talk to the hand.
Talk to the hand, girlfriend.
How were you in a position to say anything about me? I don't know you from Adam.
Well,
Fine.
lucky for you, my name isn't Adam, and you're going to hell.
Yeah, it's Ryunosuke Naruhodo, bitch.
Yes, bitch.
Fine.
Mic drop.
If you think you have evidence, go ahead. Show it. What could you possibly have to disprove the idea that I was happy to leave university because I lacked talent?
You want to know what's so fucking funny about this is like I feel like out of all of the breakdowns we've had in this game so far, he by far is like the person that's gotten the most angry. I feel like true rage. But it's funny because it's like
I think his
he
is
knows.
the most drawn out. Like his has been going on for a while.
Oh, for sure. But I think what makes his funny is he's so angry and he knows he's guilty, but he
Yeah.
still has the audacity to be this fucking mad and be like, yeah, fucking what do you know?
All right, let's see. So what could you possibly have to disprove the idea that I was happy to leave university because I lacked talent?
It's got to be one of these written documents.
Yeah, let's see.
I think he speaks on it. What about the 10-year-old article? Genuinely. What's in that? And then do the newspaper. Is there like an article that like maybe someone wrote about him?
Charles
Krakatoa.
Darwin.
The Great Stink. Mad Sheep Rampage. Yeah, sounds pretty crazy.
None of those other ones seem to mention.
The university student who experienced the shocking event. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, try the newspaper.
Let's see, the Crystal Tower.
Sir. The
Reaper
Reaper
was
attacked.
attacked.
Lost Cat. Yeah, that's it. Lost Cat.
That's it, the lost cat.
The lost cat! I freaking knew it! Okay.
Let's see, so we're trying to say that he wasn't happy to leave the university, and then he wanted to stay.
What's in the packet again? That's an autopsy report?
Yeah, this one's about the professor, that he was hanged.
Oh. Post-explosion. Oh, what is that?
What? The
Well, that
contract?
is a contract, but what does it say in it?
He enters a contract, fund labor materials for the construction of a super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine, receive 30%,
That doesn't help.
only uphold his right on condition both tracting parties are alive.
Do that again, 10-year-old article, one more time. Okay. Logate Cemetery. Newly interred professor. Young man.
We've used this article so many times, so I feel like it's not going to be this. Maybe it was the fact... I mean, he did put this whole kinesis machine together, so maybe... Maybe it's not the fact that he didn't have talent. Maybe that's what we're getting at?
Maybe?
I guess the question is, what would it be? Would it be, it could be this? How everybody has their eyes on the exhibition? Or... Oh, wait, here. The trophy. A Royal Society trophy for excellence in the
Oh.
science that was found in his... It's a very prestigious award. So yeah, he
That's-
clearly didn't lack talent because he has this trophy.
That's so funny because we just were like, what are we using this for?
Yeah. Do you remember this, Mr. Trevor? We found it at your workshop.
We stole that too.
Is that a Royal Society trophy for excellence in science? What exactly is this fucking thing? I mean, what is the trophy?
Sorry, my bad. I don't give a fuck about school. Anyways.
It's the greatest honor that could be bestowed on a young scientist, my lord.
I love when Von Zieks points out shit and he like says it by its full government name, but is still shocked to see it. Like,
Yeah. Like the instantaneous velocity kinesis machine or whatever the fuck.
yeah, he's like,
Says it
God,
50
I never
times.
thought I would see one in real life.
There is no higher accolade. It recognizes emerging talent and promises a bright future. Good
And then he
gracious.
says shit like that that's literally just proving our point further, so thanks, man.
Your prospects for the future were excellent, weren't they, Mr. Trevor? Because even then, you were a genius in your field. No, I wasn't.
I just started laughing because I started to think, like, we pull out another, like, crucial piece of evidence, and instead of Von Zieks telling us what it is, he's like, oh no, the one thing that's going to cost me my entire fucking case?
And he's like, put that away, please.
Yeah, put that away. What is that? The one
It'll be
thing
a
that's gonna make me
real
lose.
it
Yeah, it's
away.
gonna be a real problem.
But you lost everything. You had no more future. Your talents would go to waste.
It's gonna be a real problem.
All as a result of this one newspaper article. It all loops back to that.
All the time.
I don't know when you realized who Mr. Osmond was, but when it dawned on you that he was the same journalist who 10 years ago ruined your life, it's abundantly clear that you had no intention of forgiving the guy.
The dude. You know.
Is he gonna actually snap?
I'm kind of scared if he does. You got sad.
The truth is...
No, don't turn yourself in. That makes it less fucking...
Finally, he's gonna fold!
No, he's
Just
not.
fold it, man. Oh, you're still here?
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Bro.
If this is gonna be like Hairbrain trying to say, no, you can't get
Dude.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh.
I thought Hairbrain was gonna come and be like, no, my kinesis machine.
I literally would have, like, fucking eaten my hand. Fine. Clearly, this has run its course now.
What?
I said clearly you're a fucking idiot. I admit it. All
Damn.
of it.
What?
Damn, okay. What the No, I
What?
wanted to see you crash out.
What are you doing?
It would have been so hot. It's exactly as the Japanese man said. I was coerced into going along with this man's plot to murder the victim,
Oh,
on the condition that he kept my dirty secret from 10 years ago.
No. Good lord!
Good lord!
Dr. Scythe, do you realize what you're saying, woman?
Yes, I'm not stupid. It's all true. That day, when I arrived at the Crystal Tower and saw the birdcage, my heart nearly stopped beating. That memory from a decade ago that I'd done my best to bury deep inside myself. It was the professor again, staring me in the face. And then, before I had the chance to react, I noticed something else. There was a note tucked inside the model's jacket. Dr. Scythe, you will go along with my plan. From someone who knows the truth about what really happened that night 10 years ago. Oh shit.
Wow.
Then I was like, hell nah. All the instructions were there in the note. Every detail was meticulously written out. I had no choice but to do what it said. I made the necessary alterations to the scene and fabricated the autopsy report as instructed. There was really no other choice. It had to be done to protect the judiciary. I can only apologize now.
Wait, so we're gonna get into why the professor
right?
was
Like-
not hanged? Or is that just gonna be something that gets solved in a later case?
In the Great Ace Attorney 3!
What?
I have to sneeze.
Why on earth would you buckle now?
Well, there's no point in trying to hide it anymore, is there? I would have done anything to stop it coming out, even collaborate in a murder.
What the hell did you guys do 10 years ago?
I know, like, y'all look like villains. But the great lie about the execution 10 years ago has been exposed. Whatever happens, I'm finished. I'm cooked,
Cool,
bro.
can you tell us why?
No.
So then, Mr. Trevor, what do you say to that? I deny everything.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Your accomplice has admitted everything.
I know, he's like, fuck!
Surely it goes without saying. No way are you gonna say no.
Do it.
You admit your part in it too, then, right?
No.
Right? No more,
Right?
no more games, huh?
Right?
Oh my god. I admit nothing,
This
you
guy.
fucking cock.
I admit nothing at all. Well,
You make
clearly
no
this is gonna go
freaking
on
sense. Dude,
a
this
little
is
bit
so
longer than I was
funny.
expecting.
This is so funny because that means that he's like, yeah, fuck you, fuck everything you stand for. I'm not going down for this bitch.
Yeah, shit. All right, well, this is. I thought it was gonna be wrapped up this episode, but I guess not.
That's
So next
funny,
time-
dude.
On the Great Ace Attorney Resolve, we're gonna
gonna
continue
go
to
to jail.
nail this guy because he will not give up. So as
Oh,
always, if you all enjoyed and want to show some love and support for the series and the channel, you know what to do. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you all in the next episode.
episode.